Hello. Well, this vid's really for my famo, but what up everybody else who's watching this shit? I recently discovered this shit called SKYRIM, and I'm an artist. I like to draw, I animate, tattoo, all that shit. But I noticed that this is probably the best customization I've ever fucking seen. Mainly because you have the ability to, I guess, essentially draw and sculpt everything in it. I'm going to show you guys my familiar faces, which is basically a compilation of followers or custom characters that I've made myself. I'll let you guys know if there's any assets that I pulled via the Nexus, or rather anything I've downloaded. But that was my Kratos from the new God of War. This is Lothar. He's fairly new. He's from the WoW movie. He's you should recognize him. He's the knight. Yeah, I just like him. I think he's a cool ass character. It's like the modern day Aragorn, or I know nothing replaces Aragorn. He's a cool ass fucking character. But yeah, as you can see, he had custom armor that you know, I colored myself. And of course, Beowulf. Beowulf is super lore friendly, you guys. For those of you who don't use that term, lore friendly just means fits in with the time. This Skyrim shit is like medieval based, so I tried to find all the characters that I know exist during that time period. This is Raziel from Soul Reaver. Little throwbacks from a while ago, but yeah, I think he fits the lore pretty well too. I couldn't not put him in here. This is of course a mod I found online on the Nexus mod manager. I think you just put in Raziel and it'll pull him up. But yeah, next on my list, since we're on Soul Reaver, is my Kane. Kane is pretty dope. If my boy's looking at this, my boy likes black and red. He's probably shitting his pants right now. But yeah, Kane is throwback too. He's from I think Legacy of Kane, which is like, he's basically a badass vampire. Cloud Strife, of course. I know people are gonna be like, this isn't lore friendly. Cool. It's lore friendly for me. It's mainly lore friendly because in Kingdom Hearts, I noticed Cloud and Zack spent a lot of their fucking time in the Colosseum. For those who don't know, that's the realm of Hercules in the Disney universe. So yeah, I had to put them here since they have the ability to time travel, and I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan. Next up is War. For this War, I had to actually strip his hood off. Find another modification, which is a scarf modification. I had to custom make his tattoo on his forehead, and we'll go through that. I'll take you guys through the race menu, and I'll show you some of these characters up close so you can see how detailed they are. Yeah, I put my ankles in it. Yeah, this is Death. We all know Death, man. Darksiders too. Of course, he's lore friendly. I don't really give a shit if he wasn't lore friendly. I'd put him in here anyway because he's that dope. Of course, Conan the Barbarian. There's so many mods for this dude on Nexus. I know the clothes. I pulled the clothes off the Nexus. It's like Conan armor or some shit like that. And the preset, I'll probably show you guys the preset and race menu later, but it looks just like Arnold Schwarzenegger. King Leonidas, of course. This is custom made. The armor and all that I found on the Nexus, but I had to tweak like the fabric and the gold colors. Trust me, I modified the shit out of it. But I'll show you that Leonidas' face in the race menu too, so you can see how accurate he is. This is Afro. This has never before been attempted for some weird ass reason. But Afro Samurai. This motherfucker is really lore friendly. I till this day don't understand why nobody has attempted to create this guy. In his mouth, he's smoking a little smoky. As you can see, he has a square lit up. I would tell you what that square is, but let's just say he's smoking a cig for now. That bandana is custom made. You won't find that anywhere else. Pain in the ass to make. As you can see, it looks just like the motherfucker. Yeah, I made Ninja too because these are followers. So if I decide to play as Afro, I can go find this motherfucker and have him follow me around essentially. As you can see, the hair is custom made. I can't remember which hair it is, but I pulled up one of the prior hairs. I can't remember. It's a red guard hair, and I sculpted it to look like the cartoon. Yeah, it's shape wise, it's pretty crazy looking, you guys. I'm just showing you guys that you're capable. You can make anything you want in this fucking game, you guys, and make it lore friendly. I know you peeps. Some of the folks watching this are probably gonna hit me up and be like, can you release this shit on the Nexus or something? I don't know, the preset or the save game, or I don't know. You guys hit me up and I'll definitely put it on there for you because sharing is caring. This is my Sephiroth actually. People have been trying to make Sephiroth in this game, and I've seen some terrible attempts. This is custom made. I just essentially put the long hair on him, and I sculpted the hair. I blackened his eyes, and of course I pulled up some pics of Sephiroth, and I sculpted his head accordingly. We're just gonna scroll through the presets, and I'll show you guys just like my art. A ton of these are custom made, and maybe a handful of them I pulled off of the Nexus, because if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. And there was a lot of presets that I saw. I'm not even gonna say the Nexus, I'm gonna say on the internet, because I went to other places too, but there's a lot of good work out there. You just have to find it and give people their props for it. Since we're in a Breton, as you can see, my Bretons have a custom skeleton, custom skin. Their faces have been remeshed to look Asian. So like all of my Breton characters, the Breton race is an Asian race in my game. So as you can see, all of my Asian characters will be in the Breton bracket. This is basically me showing you guys what my cloud looks like. It's super detailed. I pulled up as many HD pictures as I could, and I mimicked them the best possible. Next up, since we're in the anime area, is Guts. For those of you who don't know, Guts is from Berserk. Guts is like a fucking monster. He's just like, think of like a brolic ass Asian dude with a sword twice the size of Cloud's, and you got Guts. As you can see, I tweaked the face mesh a little bit. I had to close his eye up. His brows are actually not brows. That's actually a war paint that he's wearing. His war paint, I use the war paint to essentially give a texture for the skin for some of my characters, because I don't know, I take shortcuts. Yeah, I know I'm just rambling, but next up is my Zack. As you can see, as we jump through the presets, there will be moments where I'll have to essentially change the body or the war paint. Rather, I'd have to take it off because the presets don't really. The presets will load a war paint or face paint, but it will not take them away, if that makes sense to you. But yeah, here's my Zack Fair. I googled that motherfucker, pulled up HD pictures, I sculpted. That shit is flawless, you guys. As you can see, he has a scar on his cheek, etc. I don't like this. I'm not trying to sound pretentious or nothing, but yeah, I put a lot of work in this stuff. Gandalf. There'll be moments where the HDT hair might flutter like that. That's because I have HDT physics all over the place. For those of you who aren't familiar, HDT physics is basically realistic movement and flutter of cloth and hair. It basically materials. Anything that's flimsy will be, feasibly blown in the wind. Yeah, but this is my Gandalf the Grey. This is custom made. Whenever you load him up, his preset, you have to put on his complexion. Complexions don't load up with the presets when you choose them. Not sure why. It's not a function. But yeah, this is my Gandalf. I'm gonna make that beard longer in the future, because Gandalf has I said Gandar. I'm thinking about Gundar. It's my shit. But fuck that. Gandalf has a bigger beard than that, in my opinion. This is my Lothar, just showing you guys in detail what he looks like. As you can see, that shit is spot on. Of course, I pulled up pictures of him on YouTube and Google, and I molded him. Maximus Aurelius from the Gladiator. Yeah. Of course, that's sculpted by myself. I'm pretty sure you can find a Maximus preset somewhere, but yeah, it just didn't cut it for me. Let's see. Let's try the high elves. What do I have? I think the high elves is like the Soul Reaver. Basically the characters that live forever, like vampires and shit. Yeah, okay. Let's try Legacy of Kain. This is my Kain up close, so you can see what he looks like. When he's a follower and shit from the familiar faces, this is what he looks like, you guys. As you guys can see, I've gone through hell and back, but I've properly sculpted all of these characters to mimic the source that they're derived. As you can see, I went back and I sculpted the head a little bit, and I created a Soul Reaver variation of Kain. This is basically Kain when he's older. I didn't put him in my familiar faces because there's no feasible way to change his hands and feet to look like the hoofs that they have. But as you can see, I sculpted his head properly, and etc. And yeah, trust me guys, this is spot on. His face and skin are actually a war paint and a body paint. It's not his skin texture. Just little tricks and shortcuts that you other guys out there who want to create shit should really take in order to get perfection, in my opinion. Yeah, I'll just show you guys like basically where I went to find what I need for my character. As you can see, I used the what is it, the KJ, I can't remember. There's a body paint modification out there that's just awesome, and I used that shit and did what I did when I had to do it, and you know, I got the shit done. But as you can see, there's a plethora of different war paints that I made myself. Yeah, let's just go to the next one. What's another cool one that we could do? Yeah, but I'll bust my ass on this stuff, as you guys can see. There's a ton of different things I could go over, like their skeletons. They have different skeletons, which makes like some short, some tall, some more brolic than others. Texture wise, I remapped everything. For those who don't know what maps are, you have like a normal map and etc. The maps are basically what their muscles look like. As you can see, the Imperials are a little more cut. This is my Aragorn. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, I'm a beast with this stuff, you guys. And don't be afraid to go online and find what you need as far as presets go. Sometimes you get to characters that are older and you have to change their complexion. I brought this up earlier, but this is essentially my King Leonidas build. He's custom made. I'm not done with it yet, but the eyes and the mouth and everything is really on point, you guys. Like, you can't get no closer than this, except maybe sculpting the head mesh a little bit, which I do plan to do. Yeah, I haven't pulled up the celebrity picture on Google yet, and you know, did what I had to for it, so it's not on point yet. This is a preset I actually found on the Nexus for Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's like 1982 or some shit. Just a throwback Arnold Schwarzenegger from Conan. Actually, you can read it. Yeah. This is my Kratos build. This is custom made head to toe. Like, I didn't borrow any assets from anywhere. This is all mine, including the face and body paint. As you can see, he looks best with this complexion. Yeah, as far as creating a Kratos by hand, you can't get any closer than this, you guys. I know what you're thinking. You're looking at his beard and shit like that. I don't have a modification for the beard or the brows. I actually sculpted that shit. So yeah, you can use the regular vanilla assets and make what you want, essentially. The scar I kept on his stomach. I didn't see the point. You can't make Kratos without that scar on his stomach. That's actually a very important trait of his that a lot of people miss actually with their so-called builds of him. Let's just move along. Yeah, as you can see, I have Beowulf, and I have another version of Kratos, which is actually a Nord. The one we're looking at right now is Imperial. Remember, Imperials are more muscular, but they aren't as bulky as the Nords are, which I'm about to show you for the Nord build. Pay attention to the size of his body, essentially, as the remember, this is the older Kratos, the newer version of him, but see how much wider, how much thicker. He's a little hairier. He has he's not as strafed out as the Imperial version. Just this, I think this skeleton is perfect for the guy. But yeah, this is my build. Of course, I had to Google some pictures, make sure I get the face accurate, the body structure, everything is just, trust me guys, this dude is on point. You won't find a closer preset to Kratos. Yeah, I gotta prove that shit. But yeah, as you can see, the scar, the tattoos, everything is just custom made. No assets were pulled from anywhere, which you will see a lot of. Yeah, I'm just taking off the face and body paint just to show you guys that I'm not playing, that I actually did you know, create paints in order to replicate skin and tattoos. You know, opposing to I don't know, alternate methods of getting these things. Next up, Beowulf. Beowulf, I don't know if you guys noticed earlier when I was showing you my Familiar Faces character, but Beowulf is actually butt ass naked. In the movie, Beowulf didn't give a fuck. He was fighting motherfuckers like he has like his dick was like just hanging out, and he was beating motherfuckers down. Like that's some man shit. Like, pause. But yeah, but as you can see, I have King Beowulf and I have the young Beowulf. This is the King version. As you can see, more hair, and a different hairstyle. But yeah, I got two Beowulfs in here. Of course, I use the young Beowulf. He's butt ass naked, and yes, he be running around with his wiener out. That shit is funny to me, but it's accurate to the movie in my opinion. Besides that, I guess we'll just fuck around. I'll show you guys War. This is my War build. People don't really know what War's face looks like, so I made it up. I know he has long white hair. He has this tattoo on his face, the white eyes. He has a very wide build. He's not brolic in the arms, but this is essentially, you won't get more accurate as far as War goes in his face unless they release something in the future taking that hood off of him. This is War, you guys. Let's move along. See if we can find something else that's cool. Duratan Frostwolf from WoW. It looks just like that motherfucker. Yeah, these are some presets I pulled off of the Nexus for trolling, or just for reference, or rather a template. Yeah, you guys, you see what it is. It's just, there's a ton of shit I've been creating in here that I thought would be lore friendly and just cool. As you can see, the modification that I put in to change the skeletons gives him a face that's really black with the wide nose and burns. This actually, to me, it looks like Afro Samurai in the face already. But of course, I had to pull up pictures of the anime and shit like that, and I had to properly modify him. I did minor tweaks, like I moved his brows down, changed his brows, altered his lips, widened his nose a little bit. His jaw is too wide. Of course, the mesh for the fro was custom made. I had to sculpt that shit myself. But trust me, take my word, you guys, this is exactly what the anime afro would look like if he was a real person. I'm gonna go ahead and put a stamp on that shit, like straight up. I research heavy before I try to create these characters, just because I don't know. I'm not a perfectionist, but shit irks me. Here's Ninja Ninja. As you can see, he's just a darker version of Afro. I think Ninja Ninja's an imaginary friend. I can't prove it, but I think he's supposed to look like Afro with glasses. Um, this isn't too lore friendly because I've never seen this dude in Kingdom Hearts, but this is Bear Wallace. I needed some more Afro American, or rather Red Guard characters, so I just put Barrett in here just because I have Cloud, and I don't know, it makes sense to me. Yeah, I'm just showing you guys I have different links. One link has HDT hair and the other doesn't. Remember, HDT is the wind fluttering hair. As you can see, the wood elves look really cool in this game, in my opinion. But yeah, we all know Link is a wood elf, but he doesn't look like a traditional wood elf unless you go to the throwback Link that has brown hair. This is Legolas. I'm pretty sure somebody tried to release a Legolas build on the Nexus, but it was terrible in my opinion. I'm sorry, no disrespect, but it wasn't really good. So I went back and I of course made my own Legolas, and as you can see, it looks just like the actor himself. Which honestly, I just pulled up pictures of him, and then yeah, sculpted his face accordingly, and I just changed his hair to blonde, and yeah, you got Legolas. Just in case, I might want to put Bootstrap Bill or some shit in here from Pirates of the Caribbean, for those of you who know the character very well. But yeah, and here's my Link Bill. My Link Bill is pretty dope. The only reason Link has this long hair instead of like a shorter, more tomboyish looking hair, I don't know a better term. He has a lesbian haircut, let's be real. But the only reason he has this long hair is because when he puts his cap on, it keeps his hair opposing to taking it off. Little SKYRIM thing. But yeah, that's probably the hair I put on him, the default wood elf hair, or this one, just because the bangs in the forehead area. But yeah, those bangs look mad appropriate. Yeah, but for now I just give him the long hair because I don't really give a shit, be honest. Like, in his face, he looks like Link in the face, in his build. So mission accomplished. I guess that's it for my presets. This video is really for my bro. I'm just showing my bro like all of my my shit I have in here. He knows there's a ton more. Like for instance, if we went in a female set, and don't get it twisted, I have HDT. As you can see, the face will load up the preset even if it's a male character on the on whatever sex you have, and it might fuck it up, but don't worry, just load another one. As I was saying, best believe I have HDT, and I have all the most immersive shit I could find in here. I have everything except sex mods because I don't know, if I want to fuck, I'll just go fuck. But yeah, this is my Cara Delevingne. This is it's called Cara Delevingne 2 because this is a version I made. I found something on the Nexus that kind of looks like her. I can't remember if it was a Nexus, but I found something that looks kind of like her, and then I just sculpted it to make it look like her. And as you can see, it's my celebrity presets are on point, you guys. Even the ones that I'm currently working on, which I guess I'll show you guys real quick. For instance, well, as we're scrolling through this list, I'm just showing you I have like all of my favorite female celebrities, because like, I don't know, if I want to play as a female in this game, it has to be like something amazing, or like probably the most beautiful females that ever do it. Put my stamp on that shit. But yeah, as far as my male presets goes, there's a ton of presets that I really, not a ton, but there's a few presets that I haven't even finished yet that are pretty close to. Like for instance, Bruce Lee. I'm working on a Bruce Lee preset. As you guys can see, I haven't sculpted his head yet. I don't do the slider shit. I manually sculpt everything in my game. So yeah, takes a little time, but as you can see, he's very thin like Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee's not super cut. He's super cut in the movies and stuff, but like, nah. That's just light, you guys. I may go back and find like a tattoo. As you can see, the tattoos aren't just limited to being tattoos. You can use these tattoos to make muscle maps. Muscle maps is basically when you want to strafe your character out and make the skin look more muscular. That's what a muscle map is. The extra layer of light that you can create via the tattoos. But same applies for the face, you guys. You can see I've made a ton of faces that mimic other people. For my Bruce Lee, I'm going to go back and make them more cut using the tattoos. I don't know, because I can do that shit. It's probably the most ballingest shit you could do. But as you can see, I did certain things like darken his eyes and gave him the proper hair, and the spacing. Everything is set up perfectly before I go in and really alter that mesh via the sculpt function on the top right of the screen. Yeah, I was just showing you guys, like, this is my process though. Like, I usually get everything, all the basics done first, and then I sculpt the head, which is like, it's the most important part of the creation, but it has to be last, guys. Otherwise, when I'm sculpting him in general, it won't give me that feeling of the character. Like if I had braids on this character or some shit, and I'm trying to sculpt Bruce Lee's face with the braids, it won't make sense. Yeah, that's all I really have for you guys. For my bro, I know you've been wanting to see this shit probably. I'm just showing you now I can make followers and etc. Yada yada, blah blah blah. Y'all be safe. Peace.